Hello, my name is Charlie Sisk. I'm doing a presentation on stop and frisk, and I think the police tactics of stop and frisk should be used across the country by police agencies countrywide. Now you're probably wondering, because when I put out the in-class survey to a lot of people, I was surprised at the amount of my classmates that didn't know this life-saving police policy, even if it reached out and searched them. Now, to understand anything at all, you have to go back to its history. So, what is its history? Well, in 1967, a police officer, a police officer witnessed three men looking in a convenience store windows, talking to each other, looking back in the windows, pacing up and down. When he thought that they were about to rob the store, so he introduced himself as a police officer to them, showed his badge, searched them, and found on two of the men he found illegal firearms, and on one of them he found an illegal knife. That sparked a Supreme Court case that said that eventually the final ruling was that if a police officer thinks someone is about to, is, or already has committed a crime, they're allowed to stop and search them. Not needing probable cause, but they need reasonable suspicion at all. Like if there's a broken glass and they have a crowbar, for instance, because the crowbar could have broken the glass, or if there's bullet holes and someone's carrying a concealed carry permit for a weapon, obviously you have to search these stuff. Now, what you're probably wondering is what's going on today. Well, today, from 2002 to 2013, the New York Police Department was using the tactic of stop and frisk until Judge Shira Schmeider, I need to get her name down, Shira Schmeider, ruled it, quote, racially biased. What she didn't take into account is the amount of lives she could have been killing when she voted that it was racially biased. But I'll get to that in a second. So what you're probably wondering right now is, does stop and frisk work? Well, there's been a lot of statistics, and there has been recorded conversations that have shown that from inmates in jails that have said that they are stopped carrying a weapon around, like gang members have stopped carrying a weapon around when they know that police can stop and search them. Also, if you look at these crime statistics, this is the whole state of New York. Now keep in mind, this is the entire state, including extremely small counties or cities. So the data can vary based on them. It's just an average of everyone. This is New York City statistics. As you can see, murder is down 20% from 2012 to 2013. Keep in mind, stop and frisk was ended on December 31st, 2013. So the entire year had stop and frisk. And burglary was down 10.9%. Everything was down except for assault and larceny, which was up a super small amount. That was even less than 2% from the previous year. That is extremely good for a city that has 8 million people living there. But if you add on tourists, that's about around 10 million people in the city at all times. Those are outstanding statistics for a city of that size. Now, what?
You're at 4 minutes.
Okay. What people who oppose my ideals say is that stop and frisk is racially biased. Now, stop and frisk, there have been a lot of corrupt cops in this world today. I do not deny the fact that there are some racist cops. But stop and frisk is not geared, it is not racially biased, because if you look at the statistics, and I'm going to show a thing of the statistics here, you can see that although black people have a small percentage living in New York, they actually account for 37% of convicted criminals in jails across New York City. Now that 37% is nearing 40, which is a big percentage which is by far the most percentage of everyone, seconded by Hispanics, then white, then Asian, then other. As you can see, even if the police are stopping people based on them being black or Hispanic, that means that they are following the crime trends in that city of who's committing the crimes at what time, and they know their community, and they know who. That's effective police work. That's proactive police work because they are already. They know who's committing crimes. But also, another purpose of stop and frisk is not just to lower crimes. It's the same purpose as a beat cop, for instance, where stop and frisk is a preventative measure to people who want to commit crimes. Meaning that if they see a police officer, a beat cop, which is a police officer that stands on the corner. Oh, I have to describe this. It's going to be a little bit less when I say it. But anyways, when they see
6 minutes.
Yeah, I know, but it's going to be less because I stopped and talked.
Okay.
I break the fourth wall. They see a beat cop, which is officer standing on the corner or in the streets. There's a preventative measure because people don't want to get caught if they want to commit a crime near him. When they see a beat cop that they know has the ability to search them at any time if he sees them acting suspiciously, that is even more of a preventative measure. I mean, they don't want to carry weapons anymore in case he sees an outline of a weapon, and then he can search them and find their illegal firearm or illegal knife or drugs or anything illegal that they have on them. I ask you to try and add stop and frisk to police agencies across the country. Thank you.